Hi there, and well, here's Miss. Welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I am Aaron, and tonight I am back in the movie library. So I thought we'd do a video back in here. Actually, turned on some extra lights, so we got a little bit more lighting, hopefully, than I had in some of my previous videos. Where there's a few announcements today we got to talk about. Two companies made some big announcements, both Eureka and Powerhouse Indicator had announcements today that we're going to be talking about. Got an announcement about my channel and a upcoming possible collaboration coming up. So that actually should be fun and interesting. Hey there, William. Hey there, Chris. So it's been a big day for news. I'm also going to do a since I'm on my computer here, but I took the time. Hey there, George, to write down the limited edition count for all the Vinegar Syndrome limited edition. So I'll be doing that somewhere along the way as well. No, we should start out with the announcements first. You guys want to start with the announcements first? One of the things about the library is I can look around here and we can actually go around and look at different stuff. Hey, Michelle, welcome. Are you excited about the announcements? I am, but I'm tightening the belt, so won't be buying anything in the near future, but I'll be still bringing the information to you. Hey there, Bell. All right, let's go with the announcements first, and we can do the limited edition count and all that as you want, as you like. So, first off, let's start out with the Powerhouse Indicator stuff. Powerhouse, with the Indicator label, they've announced 3 new titles. Indicator first, Michelle. So there's 3 new titles coming from Indicator. One of them is a significant upgrade over an older one that we got here in North America. Another one is a cool British title, and another one is a limited edition one that looks super sexy, and I would recommend checking these out later on. First up is the Britannia Hospital, which is coming from Indicator, which is a cool little film, and I guess if you're a horror fan, though, the most exciting Indicator release for horror aficionados is that they're doing a remaster of a film that not too long ago we got here from Severin, and they couldn't get a remaster of it. Basically, they just did the like what they could on it, and that was The Beast Must Die. So if you know this film, it's an Amicus film. It's infamous for the werewolf minute, where basically it doesn't tell you who the werewolf is. You got to guess it because it's an Agatha Christie style genre mystery on who the werewolf is. It literally stops near the end of the film and gives you 1 minute for you to guess who the werewolf is. I love that gimmick. It's really cool. Now, some people say when they got this, oh, this is like tenement to like a VHS copy or something like that. It's not that bad. It's definitely not remastered, but it's not it's not like a crappy VHS level copy. It's a decent watch of the film, but it's definitely not an HD. Indicator's putting in an HD edition of this one here, and it looks glorious, and I do recommend it for anybody that likes Amicus and werewolf films, because it's a cheesy werewolf film. A lot of people tend to say they don't like it. People are wrong. I'm telling you, they're wrong. There is a very sexy looking edition coming out of Force 10 from Navarone, and if you're a fan of that film, you're going to, hey there, Joseph, you're going to need to get that one, because it looks, trust me, if you look at it, it's super sexy looking. It's done in the same box set style as the last movie, and hey, there's Emily, and Scum was done in. So Force 10 for Navarone is coming out from Indicator with a big edition. Gonna have the European cut and everything on it, and a bunch of features, and it looks to be really cool. Now, they're not the only ones that made announcements today. Eureka also made announcements of 2 horror-centric releases, and both of these are limited to, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 copies each with the Eureka ones. And the first one is actually kind of a horror comedy called Mr. Vampire. You do not know The Beast Must Die? Like Amicus. Oh, we'll talk about that later, Michelle. Hey there, Death Bomb. I'm sending out your thing tomorrow, by the way, just so you know. Because I haven't got outside the door, and tomorrow is my first day that I can do it. So yours will be sent out tomorrow. I'm doing a trade here, but with Death Bomb here, because he had some stuff that's very interesting. It's going to help me in my in a video that I got coming up. So there's Mr. Vampire, which is a funny, kind of cheesy, fun little vampire romp, Asian horror comedy. Really silly. It was one of those kind of really wanted ones back in the day. That's the thing. You can never be sure with USPS, but hopefully they do good. They're usually pretty good with us here, I got to say. And the other one is the Bela Lugosi's 1930s horror triple feature. So they're going to be putting out like a with one the hard box and looking all sexy. Murders in the Rue Morgue, The Black Cat, and The Raven. And if you're wondering which one it is, then it's the 1930s edition of The Black Cat and the 1930s edition of The Raven. So it's the Bela Lugosi ones. And I know Bela Lugosi did two Black Cat movies, but the one in the 30s, it's that one. There's again going to be a bunch of features on there. I'm going to guess there's a booklet and everything as well. Eureka does do really good with booklets and special features. So that's 5 releases coming out. And again, just to repeat them, Force 10 from Navarone is getting a big limited edition box set with a nice hard like chipboard box. We're getting a Britannia Hospital coming out. The Beast Must Die, Mr. Vampire, and of course the Bela Lugosi horror triple feature set. What? So there's another sale going on. Somebody's had a sale. It's kind of, let me just check that out. I'll be honest with you, I haven't checked up on the sales. I'm trying, I only check up on the sales right now for you guys. So whenever you guys know there's something coming on, like let me know because it's really important to find out. And they're not showing me comments here, so I do apologize. But somebody said there's a Scream Factory limited out of print sale going on. Scream Factory going out of print are on sale. Oh, Horror Center, thank you. I had no idea. Is that on the Scream Factory website itself? So let's go over to Scream Factory's website for a second. I didn't know that, or we would have been like talking about that. And we will talk about that in a minute, actually. Thank you so much, by the way. Okay, so there's a 15% site-wide Shout Factory sale going on. There's So where's the Scream Factory out of print sale at? Is the UK still delivering to Canada? I think so. I mean, I'm unsure. I had something pre-ordered from the UK, like a Doctor Who box set, and I do not know if it's going to come or not, because it still like says on Amazon UK that it's coming, but I haven't it hasn't moved. It hasn't like shipped out yet. Yeah, I do find like the early Scream Factory sales were really good, but in the last couple of years, like aside from their anniversary sale that they had a couple years back, there really hasn't been a lot of good stuff on there. And like only thing I can see, and maybe I'm missing it somewhere, is a 15% sale, and hopefully that's not the one. Let's see if we can get a Scream Factory. I'm getting a Shout Factory. That's the problem. Let's get a Scream Factory. Let's just see. Okay, Scream Factory. We'll check and I'll give you guys the limited edition counts on all of the limited editions that are under 500. Okay, there we go. Going into print in 2020. There's actually some decent ones here. So I'll go through the list that's here. We're in 5 weeks for it. I expect to wait a long time for my Doctor Who set. I'm okay with waiting for a long time for my Doctor Who set. That's it. Hey there, Bill. Welcome, man. So I'll list them here, and I'll list the prices by them. And if you want, and I'll look, if I got some of these, I'll actually bring them over afterwards. Oh no, my knee is so not better. It's getting there. But the thing is, I got to exercise my kind of rehab it a bit. So I'm going to try as much as I can to get down here and do this stuff. Is the lighting good here, by the way? I tried to do some stuff with the lighting down here. All right, so there is Candyman Farewell to the Flesh is on for $12.99. Actually, that's a decent price for that one. Jeepers Creepers is $7.99, which is an amazing price for that film, actually. You know, like it or not, that is a good price for the film if it's something that you're collecting. The Curse and the Curse 2 is $13.99, which, wow, these are actually good sale prices. Michelle, we can be surprised together for a change. Species 3 and Species 4 is on for $9.99. If anybody wants to buy me like a present, go to the sale. So there's The House Where Evil Dwells, Ghost Warrior double feature that's on sale for $12.99. Millennium and Rotor is on sale for $9.99. No Way Out, that's a Shout Factory. That's on for $14.99. But I'll mention them as we go through anyway. $5.99 for Demented. Super cool for that one. $19.99 for Braddock Missing in Action 2. Not exactly, or 3. Is that 3 or 2? 3, right? Yeah, 3. Yeah, I wouldn't pay $19.99 for Braddock. Like, never. Blu-ray, okay, Blu-ray. Bad Influence, that's one that I desperately would love to have, actually. It's on for $7.99. That's a good price for that. There's a double feature here of, what's it called? Great American Frontier, Grey Eagle, and Winterhawk for $12.99. The Sicilian is on for $14.99. The 4 action-packed movie set is on for $5.99. It includes in it Bamboo Gods and Iron Man, Bulletproof, it's a Gary Busey film, Connie Stevens and Scorchy, it's probably the best one on set actually, and Trackdown. Blood and Lace is on for $12.99. Sonny Boy is on for $9.99. The Blu-ray double feature, Boderick double feature of Bolero and Ghost Can't Do It, which are 2 horrible films, but they're if it's really cheap, $9.99 for $9.99, why not? Supernova is there for $12.99. Volume 3 of the Vincent Price collection, if you don't have it, $39.99 is not a bad price for that actually. Phantom of the Opera with the Robert Englund's on for $12.99. From Whisper to a Scream is $14.99. Yep, this is all part of the sale. Blu-ray, goddamn. TerraVision Video Dead is on for $14.99. Prison is $14.99. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is $19.99. Not the greatest price for that one actually. Poltergeist 3 is $17.99. That's not a good price. Alienator is $9.99. Joshua Tree, that's one I can't get in my area, which I would love to have, is $13.99. Series West Point is out for $16.99. Invasion USA is $14.99. Roadhouse is $19.99. Death Wish 2 is $12.99 and includes both cuts of the film, the regular cut and the sleazy cut. So just saying, and that is definitely worth having. Death Wish is a good one. And there's $7.99 for action-packed movie marathon. This is the best of the action-packed movie marathons, in my opinion. It's got Cyclone, which got Heather Thomas, Alienator, which is so cheesy fun, Eye of the Tiger, and Exterminator 2. And Exterminator 2 has a commentary on it. Or if you just want to get Exterminator 2, you can buy the Blu-ray of Exterminator 2 for $9.99. Future Road is $9.99. Lawbreaker, which is a Lee Marvin series, is $23.93. Unless it's like something that really stands out, I'll probably. Captain America's $12.99. Crime Wave, $19.99. That's not too much. Rolling Thunder is $14.99. Vampire Lovers is $13.93. I will get to your comments after, by the way. It's just that I can't get them while I'm looking on here at the same time, and my iPad is kind of dead. $13.93 for the Victors. That's a good one. Ninja 3, if you want to get the special edition, that one is $13.95. And you can get the regular edition for $15.93. Why you would buy the first edition rather than the one with more features, I don't know. Maybe you're just a real collector. 10 Dread Sundown is $15.97. That's okay, I guess. I'm like passing by a lot of stuff. I'm just going through some of the stuff here. Image Revolution, great documentary, is $9.99. I didn't know they still had that one available, actually. There is a Scream Factory sale actually on right now. A Scream Factory going at a print sale. So all the titles that I'm mentioning here, and I'm passing by a few of them, by the way, I'm just mentioning some, are all ones that will be going into print this year. So that's another thing to look into. The Stranger, which is a cool film, is out for $9.99. Eli Roth Presents. Like, there's a bunch here that I'm not mentioning, so definitely check it out. Miami Blues, Pumpkinhead 2, Dunwich Horror, all those are already gone out of print. Monkey Shines, Jeepers Creepers 2. Looks like all those are not available. So those are ones that have already gone out of print. Since the sale started, apparently, Miami Blues, The Dunwich Horror, Murders in the Real Morgue double feature, Pumpkinhead 2, Poltergeist 2, Jeepers Creepers 2, Species 2, Monkey Shines, Lady in White, Chuck Norris Triple Threat, Missing in Action Trilogy, Ultimate 80s Collection, that 8-pack they put out, Lords of Illusion, Dark Half, Without Warning, Vincent Price Collection Number 2, Dolls, the Leviathan, Squirm, and Howling 2 have all sold out. So there you go with that. So I'm going to check your comments, and then afterwards, we'll see if I missed a lot. I'm thinking I missed some stuff. I like Prison actually. It was rough, but I made it. No, I thought it was a cool movie. It's Viggo Mortensen, early role for Viggo Mortensen actually. Some really cool special effects in that. I that's one. I'm pretty sure that's one John Kerr Bushler. I got that one, and it's got one of the worst cover art for many of the Scream Factories. But I do like the film. I've always liked the film. I just got like a soft spot for it. Now I'm going to see some of your comments there that I haven't seen. Leonard Nimoy version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yep, that's the one, the Philip Kaufman one. That's my favorite. DW2 can say. What is DW2? Oh, Death Wish 2. Not a fan of Death Wish 2, I'm assuming. There's a few there that I like. Bad Influence obviously is one that I like. There's a few in the cheaper titles. Ironically, I like the really cheaper stuff because that tends to be the stuff that I don't have. It cancels an overseas order from Korea. Is UK? Oh, 10 to Midnight's amazing. So I think I'm caught up here. Now before I go any farther, I'll do my pre-sale announcements on the Vinegar Syndrome limited editions. So there's a few here that are under 500. So I'll just list the title and the name. If it's something if there's something that you're really interested in, especially if it's from the Scream Factory or Vinegar Syndrome, much like Death Bomb just asked me about Prison, I said, yeah, Prison's cool. I think it's worth picking up. Did I see the Shameless sale? No, I did not see a Shameless sale. I didn't know there's a Shameless sale. I'll check that out in a minute, actually. You guys are like ahead of me on this stuff right now. But definitely asked about the title. Like I've got a lot of Scream Factory and a lot of Vinegar Syndrome and stuff. So I will have not every title, but a few of the titles that are out there. So here we go. Here's the stuff that's under 500, under Vinegar Syndrome, and so there is Catch My Soul, which is at 112. Don't have that one. There's Demonide, which is at 273. That's one with basically it's the same Demonide before, but with the new slipcover. Penitentiary 2 is an 80 actually. So if anybody wants Penitentiary 2, keep an eye on that one for the upcoming sale. I find that a lot of times when you get under 100, Valentine is 110% worth the blind buy. It is, and I will fight people on this. This is a severely underrated film. And I'll explain that actually in a little bit. Wonder Woman is down to 157. Shot is down to 310. Beware My Brethren is at 166. Wacko is at 312. Dominique is 481. In the Cold of the Flesh is down to 41. So you can all order me a copy of In the Cold of the Flesh. Fleshbound on 42nd Street is down to 105. I do recommend that film. It's a good film. Savage Harbor is a VSA that is under 500 right now. That is in the 214 range. 214 exactly last time I checked. Putney Swoop is got 284 left. The Vineyard is 375. Beyond the Door, 3. Definitely recommend that one. That's the one with the embossed section. It's 321. Unmasked Part 25. I think that's one where people are going to be kicked themselves for not getting it. Is down to 379, and the Angel Collection is down to 434. Not a problem. I'm glad that I know you're going to get like 410 from everyone, George. George has the most impressive indicator collection I've seen. And he got it in a short period of time, too. So kudos on that. So out of the limited editions Vinegar Syndromes that are under the 500, I'll give you my top 5. That's the best way I can do it for you. That based on the stuff that I've seen and stuff that I got. The Forgotten Jolly set is amazing, actually, Bill. I really love that set. Uh, I would say for, like, just for the VSH, Savage Harbor is a fun one. But I'm going to say the Angel Collection, really worth owning. That It's a good one. It's a really good one. Unmasked Part 25, again, is a really fun film. Fleshpot on 42nd Street. It is an adult film, but it's a good film, and I do recommend it. And it's probably one of Andy Milligan's better films, especially writing-wise. Dialogue in that film is freaking crisp. Penitentiary 2. Again, I love blaxploitation. I think Penitentiary 2 is probably, yeah, I'm actually hauled my wounded carcass down here, Brian. Penitentiary 2 is one that I definitely recommend for almost just like even the pure aesthetic of it. Shot is such a great, is one of the best slipcovers that Vinegar Syndrome has ever done, and it is a fun film as well. Not yet, but it'll get there. I'm pushing it to make sure it gets there. So there you go. That's those are my recommendations. Now there's other ones on there that I'd say, yeah, definitely grab them if you're interested in them. You guys are quiet tonight, which is, I'm not gonna lie, making it a little hard. So the Shameless sale, I'm going to assume since they're being distributed by Arrow Video, that's on the Arrow Films website, right? Let's see. Or is it on Shameless? Do Shameless still sell stuff on their own website? For those that don't, if you're watching my channel, you are definitely aware of Shameless, since they do like a really, really great job on their stuff. So apparently they got a new website. So let's check that out. So it's shameless-films.com, and if you use 30, there's a 30%. Let me do this right. There's a 30% code, which I'm going to get to if I can get away from this damn website. So let's do this here. And I'll give you guys the code because it's on here. So it's called Thank You 30. Use it at the checkout, and you'll get the code for the, and you'll get 30% off of your Shameless order. They've got DVDs, Blu-rays, and box sets. Let's see what they got right now left in their box sets, because I would definitely give you some recommendations on that as well. So there's some good sales going on right now. The Bronx Wars trilogy, I love that one. Oh, there's only 2 box sets actually that are still available from them. And there's a Shameless Slasher Nasties box set. Did you say Lumberjack? Oh, I'm a Lumberjack comic. I've read the Andy Milligan bio. I haven't. I would like to read that though. Wow, so some of their box sets are out of print then, are they? Or they just don't have them? And now, understand a lot of Shameless stuff is actually pretty cheap to buy anyway. So like a Shameless like Blu-ray, for instance, runs usually around, unless it's like some limited edition or some special thing, is usually, and even some of those are fairly cheap, runs around like $12.50, like pounds. So 12 pounds, 50 pence basically. And most of their Blu-rays run anywhere from like $7 to $9. So you can get Dick Miles's Amsterdam, for instance, on DVD for £7. You've even got a Cannibal. If you're a Cannibal Holocaust person, they've only got it in large, but the Cannibal Holocaust gray shirt there. Oh, they got it in medium too. The Contraband lenticular cover. Hey there, Dave. Is $9. Della Morte Della More is on for $12.50. There's just so much good stuff coming out from that are there for them. It's a great sale. No, if anybody hasn't checked it out, it's shameless-films.com. Use the Thank You 30, and you will get 30% off of your of the items. when you go to the sale. There you go. What films does Shameless release? You were here, Alan, for my literal Shameless uh, uh, when I did the whole Shameless collection thing, Giallos and Italian films. They're the ones with the yellow cases. In case you forgot, they're the yellow case ones that I got. Uh, Just easy, man. But how long? I don't know how long the Shameless sale is. Like when I looked at it there, Eggman, did they say how long the sale's going on for? So all they really say is that they got a sale going on. They're doing a website, 30% off for with thank you 30. Uh, you're going shopping again. Let me know what you get, Emily. You always let me know what you get. That's one of the things I look forward to. You and your better half got to be like super like horror fans, or are you like me, where you're the horror fan and your better half's not the horror fan? Because that's how it works in my house. There's usually always one. Sometimes you'll get them where they're kind of like right on board with the same stuff. That's okay. I was teasing you, man. Yeah, well, Arrow is the distributor for Paul for Shameless right now. So Shameless got their own website here, but the distribution stuff is definitely going through Arrow. Oh, for those that are, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it earlier on in the video, but it's one of those days, so I'm just gonna do it again. I was talking. Well, Heath reached out to me from Serial at Midnight. If you don't watch Serial at Midnight's videos, you really should because he has amazingly entertaining stuff, really good stuff. And we're working on getting a collaboration video done up in sometime in the near future. So I will let you guys know when that gets done and when that all works out. But make sure to check out Serial Midnight. He's got a cool website, which I read a lot, and I watch his videos as well. No, Blue Underground is North American. Shameless is the UK. William Lustig is Blue Underground. Shameless is the UK company. Sometimes some of the releases will overlap, like the Enzo Castellari stuff. Like the Enzo Castellari did the Bronx Wars trilogy. It was put out on Blu-ray from Blue Underground. Like Shameless put out a much better looking box set of it on DVD, and I'll still go with the DVD one over the Blue Underground Blu-ray one because, yeah, the Shameless Bronx Wars tin is probably one of the sexiest looking things there, man. I don't know if they'll buy them out. I mean, like I think right now Arrow's pretty much sticking like doing their own thing, like doing what they do. But the fact that they're distributing for other companies like Third Eye and Shameless, keeping companies that might otherwise not find a home, kind of umbrellaed under there, so that they can still sell their own stuff on their own websites, but they got a place where they can get like major distribution done through. Going around some dodgy releases. I like the new the new lenticular 4K remasters. Not so much. I'm not going and grabbing the 4Ks though from Blue Underground. I do feel a little bit burnt that I just grabbed like Zombie and Maniac, and they cost me almost like $50 each, and now they're coming out on 4K, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Unless there's like a massive Blue Underground sale, or like it happens sometimes, like I get like a viewer that sends me something, then that's how I'll get to see those releases because it's going to be super expensive for me to get, and I'm not even doing the sales this time around. I'm kind of like tapped out for the Vinegar Syndrome sale, so I'll be working on the Vinegar Syndrome sale with you guys, so that you guys can make sure that you get all the stuff that you need. So I'm here to help you this time around. There shan't be a unboxing of a big box of Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I do apologize, but we got hit hard financially, harder than we expected, and yeah, leave it at that. Let's keep it happy and chipper and cheery. So Scream's gonna got you, and I am completely Regman. Seriously. Only the stuff that I've already got pre-ordered and paid for and coming is probably what I'm gonna have coming in the next little while. But that's okay because I'm lucky. Look around, man. I'm lucky to have like so much stuff. I can't complain. I'm the last person that can complain about stuff. And I do have some cool stuff coming, so that's pretty cool. I already got the Umbrella Lenzi set coming and the L. Adamson set, so we'll be looking at that. And I have so much planned, video-wise, to do. So that's going to be interesting as well. Research is killing me with some of the stuff now. I got so many videos I got to watch before I make certain videos, including the J horror one, which I want to do, which right now may actually be a series of J horror videos, so that I can actually spend some time talking about each series, like the Ring series, the hopefully the Grudge series down the road, the One Missed Call series. I'm probably going to do it like that. Hollywood Horror House. It is a different, unique film. Hollywood Horror House is one of those films that's it's kind of, I hate to use this terminology, but like I'm not going to use the terminology. There's a it's a specific type of film, kind of like What Happened to Baby Jane, like not Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, in that uses an older actress that was kind of more popular back in the day. So one of the kind of unique aspects, I guess, of Hollywood Horror House is that the actress, and Deathbound probably knows this already, died before the film was completed. I know, I saw that message. Congratulations. Let me know what you think of The Forgotten Jelly. So yeah, so the actress in the film, the lead actor, the older actress, she actually passed away before the film was completed. I'm not sure if that changed any of the plot, but there's certain sequences, and I'm sure Deathbomb can probably attest to this, where once you know that, you can kind of see, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense too, the way the story goes. Was the story exactly like that? Before that, would there been a bit more with her? Or, but yeah, the her character is well, let's just say she obviously she dies before the film's completed. So in real life, not like in the film, find out yourself. Well, I can still complain, George, but I shouldn't complain. You're right, I shouldn't, but I still will. You watch the Waxworks films? I love the Waxworks films. Slow Death, Twilight Town. I like the second one. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I originally saw the second one, that's the one, Phil. That's what it is. When I originally saw the second one, I initially didn't like it. Hey there, Jacob. But I'll be honest with you. The second one has really grown on me. And one of the things that I now love about the second film is that more so, I see it almost like a pilot of what could have been an awesome kick-ass TV series. But they didn't go that way, and it's a shame. And if I was living in if I was living in LA right now, I'd be inside the same as I am right here. But if I was living in LA and other times, then I would definitely be like looking into Waxworks and saying, we can make something out of this. Waxworks 2 is the perfect jump-on point for a pilot for this horror action-oriented series that could be real with comedy in it, that could be really kind of cool. And that was my thoughts on that. See, I would like to say, well, Shudder can do it, but I'll tell you one thing. Uh, Shudder didn't even take a virus series, which is a given. Um, they got Joe Bob Briggs. That is cool, Deathbound. So I want to picture that sometime. Um, they got Joe Bob Briggs series, The Last Drive-In, and Elvira offered to do a show too on Shudder. She's been shopping a show around, right? Like her Elvira Move Macabre series that she did basically, to bring it back, to revitalize it and bring it back. And she actually went to Shudder and and Shudder passed on Elvira. That that one, it surprised me. because I guess they're not as forward thinking as I thought, and and two, and I'm gonna get some slack for this, but I'm gonna say it right now, and I'll be honest with you. If have Joe Bob Briggs show on this hand and like Elvira on this hand, I and I've got to watch one or the other, Elvira's getting the nod because I really like Cassandra Peterson, and I like her style, the way she does stuff, and she's just so fun. I can see it. Ryan Blum, Ryan Turek, right? I definitely could see that. I'll pick like if there's a choice. If I got to choose, if somebody says, "Are you going to watch Joe Bob or are you going to watch Elvira?" I'm watching Elvira. And there's other reasons that Joe Bob is a little bit like iffy for me. I don't talk about it on my channel because I don't like to. But hey, Mark, welcome, man. I'm getting hydrated tonight so that I can actually talk because I was worried come down here. There's a lot of dust down here and it's allergy season and I have allergies that I might lose my voice. So brought water with me this time. Hey there, Pavilion. We're just talking about Elvira needs a new show. That is, she usually picks some really kind of cool, odd films. Uh, do I own every Disney Treasure DVD? Yeah, actually. Oh, you mean? Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the tin sets that came out? I can proudly say yes. I'm one of the people that owns every one of those tins. Vampire. Oh, cool, Vampire. Now there's a throwback. Yep, I do own every one. I'll do Disney. I'll do Disney Treasure video in the near future. I'll gladly do that. I'm a huge fan of Disney, uh, especially the early Disney stuff. I grew up on the Wonderful World Disney, so my better half did as well, and we lived in different countries, in different continents, but we both grew up like kind of loving the old like sport goofy stuff and all that type of stuff. Uh, oh, thanks. I managed to make it down over the stairs. Not quite sure how making it up is going to be, but should be okay. I'm trying to actually rehab. Nowadays you can't get to the doctor's office, so I'm trying to rehab my legs as best as I can by working out a bit more and just doing some light walking and up downstairs type of thing, but not kind of pushing it too far that it goes that I'm kind of hobbling too much the next day. But I needed to get this one here done, and I wanted to get back to the movie library. It is kind of my comfort place. I think the lights may be a little bit too bright because of my either that and I've got a shiny forehead because before too long, this will all be a forehead, won't it? So I will enjoy the little bit of hair that I have while I still got it. You ever seen Joe Bob at Elvira Takes Camp? She does, and it's so cool. The thing I was going to say is that Elvira picks a lot of films that, and I used to like get those big boxes, and rent them all the time. The Midnight Videos. Remember Elvira did Midnight Video, and Sybil Danning. Hey there, Andy. Did like Adventure Theater. I think it was called Adventure Theater, something like that. So you get these really big box VHS. If you're older like me, you remember this. And Elvira, and you'd find like all these kind of cool. Well, you kind of are you on my stream now? Uh, Because you're talking, right? But hopefully you're on now. I'm gonna hope you're on. But so there's these big boxes that came out, um, and I used to rent them all the time, and that's why I found a lot of cool Z grade horror stuff. They even like put some of like remember those Hammer like TV episodes when Hammer did like this horror TV show. Some of those made it onto Elvira's midnight movies like sets as well. I don't have any of them, and I would love to have. like the whole series of like the of the Elvira's like VHS minute movie collection. I ha- have done a video on Hellraiser films. I haven't Cinematheque, and that is a really, really good one to do. I got to watch them all before I do it again because it's been a while since I've seen them. But I have watched all the Hellraiser films. Some of the original Disney because of subliminal message, not more than any film, any other films. They had their, their war effort like type of thing that they did, but no subliminal messages. Though some people online will make you think everything's got subliminal messages. So be careful where you go to on YouTube. I'm not lying. There's people out there that are all tinfoil hatted. I'm just just saying everything's a subliminal message. Tensor oxidized. Your tensor oxidized, really? I haven't had any issues with that. No, luckily, so far. Welcome back, Brian. What you asked what I was saying about oh, you're probably not gonna like what I was saying about Joe Bob Briggs and Elvira. What I said is that Shudder turned down Elvira's show to do Movie Macabre on their channel, and what I said was if I had to choose, and I had to pick between watching Joe Bob Briggs show or watching an Elvira show, I would much rather watch an Elvira show. That's what I said before. Yeah, there are. I mean, like, and there's now the TV series coming out as as well. What do I think of the Disney Star Wars films? I enjoy them. I enjoy them more than I enjoy the prequels, but to each his own. Everybody's got their own era. First, what? The first four, I would go with the first three. I mean, like, there's parts of the fourth one that I can enjoy. Obviously, I got a Bloodlines T-shirt because it's the only Hellraiser shirt I could find at the time. But there's parts of four that I like, and I'll be honest, there's a bias against against part four because as you guys know, I severely have a dislike for the director of Bloodlines because he's also the guy that directed Halloween 6, and you all know that I actually like Halloween 6, but I don't like the director because he treated the cast extremely bad. What's the topic for tonight? It's pretty free flow. I started talking about the Eureka like announcements and the announcements from Indicator, which is pretty cool. I'm eventually, I guess, I will upgrade the Beast Must Die to the Indicator edition because I know it's cheesy, but I kind of love this film. I love these whole cheesy films. Hopefully, it's not freezing up at anybody else. Let me know if it is freezing up a bit. I can. You only have unfortunately, like the thing is, we both of us do. Uh, but apparently, Ryan Turek from Shockwave said he'd help out with getting from Blumhouse. Well, he also does Shockwaves, getting Elvira's show on the go. Jaws is coming in 4K. Am I interested? I am. But I got a lot of editions of Jaws, and I'll be honest, the Blu-ray remaster of Jaws is probably one of the better remastered Blu-rays that's out there. To be honest with you, so I want it. I don't want to spend too much for it. That's the truth of the matter, and it's not something I'll be grabbing right away. I have made it a kind of I put on the list that now that Scream Factory has announced the fifth Universal horror box set that they're putting out, those Universal horror collections, that I need to get the other four because I want the fifth one, and there's a Hammer film on the fifth one, which is also a big thing for me as well. So I'm going to be asking my mom, I think, to get me a couple of those sets if they're not too expensive around Christmas time, so I can slowly collect those Universal ones before they also go to print. Luckily, so far they've in an okay range. Is that Hellraiser on the wall? Well, I mean, oh yeah, it is actually. I'll show you. So that's from when I met Doug Bradley, who, by the way, is a super nice guy. I got to meet Doug Bradley and Sid Haig on the same day. I was at a convention, and I was talking to Doug Bradley a lot. Went over, spoke to Sid Haig for a bit. Sid Haig was exactly the way you expect him to be. He loved signing female body parts for like tattoos and stuff. He's really cool about that type of stuff. Um, but I talked to Doug Bradley for like a long period of time, and I was eventually, like, we were supposed to do like a photo op with Doug Bradley and Sid Haig. Now something happened and the scheduling of the photo op got changed. So basically, they told us, the photographer told us, well, sorry, that's all the photo ops that are being done. You missed out, no refund type of thing. Anyway, so Doug Bradley was there, Sid Haig was there. They got the photographer, and we got, they said, you know what, the photo ops are over, but tell you what, why don't we get you? Why don't we get you in there with the photographer? And they got him back in, and they both did one with me and my better half together. So I was super. They were super nice. They were both super nice guys. Yeah, the Flash Gordon set looks amazing. Actually, my better half's a huge Flash Gordon fan. It's just a limited edition from Indicator. It's not going to be it's not going to be the big box set ones like you saw with Scum or with the Demon. There is one limited edition one this time, which it's Force 10 for Navarone. That's going to be their limited edition this time around. I was kind of hoping that they would go the Eureka way of like, no, where's that second site that did the box sets for the Asylum and, for the Amicus films, Asylum and House of the Drip Blood. So I was kind of hoping that they would have went that way and put in like, because they got a remaster of a movie that people didn't think was going to make it a remaster, The Beast Must Die. And so they could have put in like a booklet, and I would love the poster for that one. That would have definitely pushed me over the edge for that. But now it's one of those, I can wait on it. I got it. Like I want to get it, but I can wait on it. Do I have Heart to Heart? Only the first season. I do like that show though. Did I have any bad or mean celebrity experiences? Sort of, like secondhand. And I'll explain that actually. I was in a line with my better half, who's a huge fan of Firefly, and one of the guys on Firefly, Adam Baldwin, was she was in a line to go get a signed picture of Adam Baldwin, and he wasn't treating the other people in line too nicely. He was kind of a dick. So we said, you know what? Screw him, and said, no, I don't think we're going to go into that line. We're gonna leave that line, and we went over, and Kevin Sorbo was pretty close by, and the guy did Hercules. So we got in the Kevin Sorbo line, and my better half went and got an autograph picture of Kevin Sorbo, and this is where it comes into. Is that Kevin Sorbo's handler was being kind of harsh with people, trying to rush people along, and Kevin Sorbo's like, "Yeah, dude, that's not happening. I'm talking to people. We're taking pictures. Chill." So there's the difference. Adam Baldwin, not a nice experience. So we moved out of the line. He didn't get our money. Okay. Kevin Sorbo, super nice guy. Is iMonster from Indicator limited edition? Is iMonster coming out from Indicator? I missed out on that one. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would get. Oh, that sucks, man. Now, where was it? Like, was it like at a convention, or were you like just in some place randomly? Uh, well, if you 6 years old, not get that's I can if it was an adult and you're coming in, you're like, oh, but at a 6-year-old, yeah. If I was somebody famous and a 6-year-old came up to me and said, hey, can I have an autograph? Yeah, you don't be a dick about that. You give an autograph to kids. I mean, like that's especially those people look up to you. Like if I'm like an adult and like some dude comes up to me in the middle of I'm not famous, so I guess I've never had that experience. But comes up to me when I'm eating and stuff or some intimate thing. Comes up in the washroom. I've heard like stories of like celebrities that have been in the washroom. People would come in and started to converse during then. But no, you don't do that. I mean, like a good measure of like a person personality wise is how they treat animals and how they treat kids. That tends to be like a good measure of like what kind of person somebody is. In my opinion, I'm an animal lover, and I had two kids. So Kevin Sorbo is doing a lot of faith-based films, which are not my they're not really my jam. But that being said, whether here's the thing, and here's another reason that I don't normally talk about like politics or religion or stuff like that on my channel, and I'm going to say something, and hopefully this can be uniting. Kevin Sorbo's like makes the faith-based stuff and some stuff that I particularly isn't in my ballpark, not my type of stuff, right? But I've met the guy. He was extremely nice, and at the end of the day, that's what counts to me. That's really what matters to me. You be nice. Pay it forward. Be nice to other people. That's what I look for. We can have different ideologies as long as you don't hurt anybody. Then you put that stuff aside, and you be a good person. That's what it's all about. Tom Welling for 160 for an autograph. That's a bid. Walking Dead covers some of the artists. Nice. Was it Robert Kirkman? No, he's a writer. Who did the art, or was he still the artist on Walking Dead too? I understand, like it can be a lot, but some of them don't go to a lot of conventions, and depending on I don't know what like Tom Welling's situation like financially either. Like I know they did a run on Lucifer recently, but I haven't seen him do like a lot of stuff. So for some of these people that go on and do these convention stuff, a lot of them they're kind of at like a down point in their career. I haven't actually. That's one that I wrote down on my phone to watch. So I will check out his stuff, especially now that I'm like the weekend's coming up. Then I'll be able to check it out. I want Cinemasochist to do some more stuff. I used to watch that. I'm sure you probably watched him. But he had a lot. He had before I decided that I was just going to do me on YouTube and wasn't going to do any personas or anything like that. Some people like do the whole persona and reviewing type thing, and that's not my jam. But Cinemasochist was probably closest to what I would have done, and I actually kind of dug that. Best celebrity meeting convention. Dolph Lundgren. That is nice to know because Dolph Lundgren seems like a really cool guy. Joe Pesci too. Oh, my best. I don't know my best one. Amanda Weiss was really nice from Nightmare on Elm Street. She was extremely sweet, like a real sweetheart. To talk to Diane Foster from. Did a like a really good. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. I met her. She's really nice. I did not know about the Amancha being released actually. So you're giving me some news now. Shakedown's a fun film. Christian, I'm a big Christian Slater fan actually. Renee Zellweger's. I have a thing. I had a thing for Renee Zellweger. I loved Chicago. Candy Clark. Oh man, you guys met some pretty cool people. I got to say, who was nice? Like most of the people I met, like I had never had a lot of really bad experiences. Adam West was really super nice. James Marsters from like Buffy, definitely one of the nicest guys that I've ever met at any convention, and super super friendly too. He came up and gave me a he gave my better half a hug because she was such a huge Buffy fan, and she couldn't believe she's like standing next to Spike, and then he's like, oh, do you want a hug? And so he gives her a hug, and I think that's awesome. And he looks over and said, you're getting a hug too. So he hugged me, and he was a really nice guy. Stanley, of course. We were totally like, what's it good? Gobsmacked. Speechless. Even to an adult film convention, that is cool, Indy. See, if we lived in the same area, we'd definitely check that out. My better half would not go, but she'd say, oh, that's the I like Lee Winnell a lot. His work a lot. Hopefully, it was a bad convention. Like, see, it's hard to tell because before I went to conventions, I would always read on all these horror stories about Tom Savini online. I've talked about this a lot actually. About like Tom Savini and like what a horrible person he is in conventions and all. And he's a real jerk. And if you're not like a big-breasted girl, he's not going to like you. And then I met Tom Savini, and I had one of the most interesting conversations, like just talking about films and cinema and making movies and writing, and just like for a while. And then later on, I got to see the premiere of his film, which is different than the cut that's on Shutter, by the way, and and we got to talk about after that as well, which was super cool. Really not a full of himself type of guy that I expected. Vinegar Syndrome Convention. I'd go to that. I'd speak at a Vinegar Syndrome Convention. Tony Moore. Oh, cool. Tony Moore does some great artwork. Some great artists, by the way. Oh, it's horrible when that happens, Brian. You were at the adult video convention twice. Did you go to the? Did he have the awards? Did the AVN awards? Did you go to the awards? Somebody wants Criterion to release Pump Up the Volume. Honestly, that seems like more. I gotta agree with Shout Select seems like more of like a Pump Up the Volume like release more than Criterion. Though I wouldn't put it like past them to do something like that now. I think that Shout Select would probably have a better lineup of features for the film. Criterion sometimes I love a lot of the Criterion features, but they do sometimes tend to go a little bit more academic than I always want. So and they don't tend to always go like right into the film. They'll pick something like they'll get esoteric on some of their features on different things, which are very interesting. What do I think the Arrow box? I don't have it. Basically, the Arrow box at Elvin is just the movies that that were released, like put together with a box set, and I think they put a book with it. I don't have it myself because I already had most of the Bava films that were there. So I didn't really feel a need to like it was a sexy looking box set. If you don't have the films, it was a great buy if you can find it. Because that had a cool green. I don't think Michelle's here right now, but I think it wasn't Michelle or Stephanie. One of you guys, Michelle or Stephanie, was like really like enamored with the color of the box set. Guess what? Sprawl in Cell Block 99. Good movie actually. Savannah's per Letterman. I love Letterman. Yeah, I haven't seen them really go on sale very cheap at all. Actually, I think real not shouts. Shouts one of those you really gotta for a lot of their releases. The cheapest way to get a lot of them is pre-order, and you'll find a cheaper price on like an Amazon through there. Unless Shouts having some random Amazon sale, I don't see them like drop a lot. Everyone's like keep an eye out, and I will too. So if there's ever like any like Shout releases, like a Scream Factory release, basically that have like a significant drop in price, then I'll let you guys know. I'll come on here and make a video, and we'll talk about it. Obviously, like you guys let me know about the Scream Factory sales going on right now, the out of print sale, that I was totally unaware of. Did not know it existed, and I got to say, it's as far as the sales go, it's a pretty cool one. Pre-order's $55.97. That's actually a pretty high pre-order price for that. I've seen some of the pre-orders go as low as like 40 or 39. Oh, that sucks, Brian. I do. I'm sending healing vibes your way. Do it like with those oh god, those people I hate so much. Televangelists do. That's you want to see a pet peeve for me? Televangelists. I hate televangelists. and it goes back to my youth. Um, in that my there was a televangelist on TV by the name of Oral Roberts, and he would go on and he would say, basically, if you send me money so God doesn't take me away, I need to get this new airplane for my this new luxurious airplane so I can preach the word. And so, come to find out, me and my pops passed away now. Come to find out that my grandmother has actually given some significant money to this quack, and I think I was about like 14 or 15 at the time. Uh, so, and that was the first time I'd seen like I saw something like that, and I just wanted to, yeah, at 15 years old, I wanted to beat up Oral Roberts because I was like so. And years later, I'd be working at a job, at a position, basically where they would say, and it was like a sales position. I was working on phones, and they said, okay, do you want to? It said, if you get an older person on the phone, make sure you really do a hard sell there, because the older people, like, sometimes they don't know, uh, uh, and they'll, you can really get a good sale off them. They'll get it quick and they'll give the card easy, and I'm like, screw you guys. Uh, I quit, and I did actually. I quit that job because of that. Because then, no, I don't do that. Oh yeah, there's private jets to fund their universities, to uh, to get to places, to get to places. Just and you'll often find, you'll always find that those people are, when you see like stuff that's going on like right now, where people are in need and stuff like that. Those are the last people that will ever give any money out to anyone else. Well, it's my first job. You mean like first, like when I was as a kid? I was a paper boy for a local newspaper. I wasn't the best paper boy. I was pretty slack on it, but I was a paper boy for the Western Star, and it was a daily paper, and they'd have like the Saturday edition, which was a big edition. So I'd get up, and it would be like around 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning. I'd go out, deliver the paper, and I didn't do that for very long. Um, but that was like my first job. It was like as a teen, as a teen, I worked for my town, and the basically I did everything from from garbage collecting to basically there was a town, like a fire hall, um, and it was being renovated, right? So they said they had to mow, that the lawn had to be mowed, and it was this massive, huge like backyard thing. They wanted to like start having like things there and stuff. So, like stuff for kids and like events and all that. They said, well, we need somebody to do the lawn, and they said, you want to do the lawn? And I was like, okay, fine. And so I go in the back, and the grass is up to here, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to use the lawnmower on this. And they're like, no, no, you can't use the lawnmower right away. Here's a saw. And if you don't know what that is, it's like you've seen it. Like, if you've ever seen the movie Unhinged, so it's got this like long blade, and you hold it like the end, this kind of long handle, and you hold it and you kind of like swish it back and forth, and you cut through. So I was pretty like ripped that summer, to be honest with you, because I did that whole thing. It was a great summer, actually. Uh, Enjoyed it. Thank you for the question. I like that question a lot, by the way. Convention video collaboration. Good idea, actually. That's kind of a cool idea. Well, I'm doing a collab video with Heath coming up soon, and Danuch asked me to do a collab with him, so that'll be coming sometime in the future. Oh, Joel Osteen. Yeah, screw that guy, man. Um, Welcome, 5 star. I'm glad you had fun. Please come back again. You're now a member of the cult, and we enjoyed having you here. So everybody say see it a 5 star, and it's always cool when you see people come in for the first time and see them come back again. Grim mower. It literally was like this like Grim Reaper type saw. That's exactly what it was. Um, which I would love to have something like that to do now, because honestly, I seriously need to get back in shape. Dave, I totally agree, and kind of the same. Anything that like preys on people, and especially preys on people, more vulnerable people, that always bothers me. Because that's who gives them that's who really gives them the money. That's who like people that can't afford it. People that are like going check to check. Um, I got on a tirade there, so I apologize. But yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. If you want to see a pet peeve, no pet peeve, that's my pet peeves. But we talked about that. I don't want to finish the video yet, so I'm going to open it up for some serious questions from you guys. And I'm actually in the movie library. Maybe a little bit slow moved around, but we can go around and look at some different stuff. So if there's something that particularly that you're interested in, if the Vinegar Syndrome sale is something and you're kind of wondering about a certain release, or there's a Shameless title you're looking at, or there's a Scream Factory title that you're kind of curious about, if I got it here, I can go over. We can actually look at it. So take advantage of me being in the movie library, because my leg's not feeling good tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be in here again in the next video. 4 comments above. I'm counting up. Oh, the Joel Osteen. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I read that. Watch. I didn't know. I didn't know there's a new War of the Worlds TV series actually. The last War of the Worlds TV series I saw starred Dusty from Dallas, Dusty Fargo from Dallas. But what announcements? Oh, Amy. So Eureka is putting out a the Bela Lugosi in the 30s, a 3 horror movie set. Eureka is also putting out Mr. Vampire, which is an Asian one. You're probably gonna like that one. And Indicator is putting out Force 10 from Navarone in a limited edition, like big chip box set. They're putting out the Britannia Hospital, and they're putting out a actual remaster of the Amicus film. That's right here. The Beast Must Die. Oh yeah, Mr. Vampire is going to be, I think it's limited to 2,000. It's kind of a booklet. It's going to have some kind of cool features there. So I'm sure that's one that's going to be on your radar. Thinking of Zombie Island Massacre for the sale. Actually, that one I haven't seen. Night Patrol. I love Night Patrol. I'm an idea man too. Sartana is the Sartana box set. That's one that I gotta say I did recommend anybody that didn't get the Sartana box set. If you're a spaghetti western fan, yes, get the Sartana box set. It is incredible. Definitely check out stuff from the Shameless sale. I'll do a Mill Creek video. I like The Beast Must Die. Now, not everybody does, Dave. Drew. The Beast Must Die is one of those movies that's it's different. They tried to put in some like the blaxploitation genre and put in some of the horror stuff, and basically what it is this guy invites this bunch of people onto his island, basically his hunting ground area, because he's this master like hunter guy, and he knows that one of them is a werewolf, and he's gonna make sure that's killed people. So he's trying to figure out who the werewolf is. Now the neat thing, kind of the gimmick for this film, is that we have to guess who the werewolf is, so it is a bit of a mystery. So near the end of the film, they stop the movie, and and it shows a clock with a werewolf face in it, and it's called the werewolf minute. It's a werewolf break basically, and you have 1 minute, and the clock as the clock ticks by, and then an announcer comes on and says basically, "Have you guessed who the werewolf is? Now it is time for the werewolf minute. You have 60 seconds to figure out and make your final guess on who is the werewolf." It's got some great genre actors like Peter Cushing in there, and it's a fun film. You know, it's a lower budget. It's Amicus, super cheesy, but I enjoyed it. Like not a lot. Like you're not going to get a real good like a werewolf design in the film. It's mostly like it's dogs that are used, but I thought it was fun, and at a decent price. Get it. Any idea what the new VSA towers are? No clue, actually. For once, I actually have no clue. I'm a bit sore on. Well, can you blame me, man? Now, Full Moon is what's the new one they're putting out? Is another kind of mock release type, mock bustery type release. Uh, Bird Stew is a horrible film, but it's fun. At least it's fun. I'd rather Birdemic than Bird Stew, actually. Are having a BOGO sale on Wizard VHS tapes Friday. That's not bad. It's a great film. Martino. It's one of Martino's. It's not my favorite. It used to, for the longest time. It was my favorite Martino film, but that's before I saw more Martino films. Um, if there's one, if there's just one that you're getting and you're going to go for Martino, Strange Vice, Mrs. Ward, 100%. But if you want something with more of like a slashery slant to it, then yeah, then that then that's a good that's definitely a good buy. See, that wasn't the thing. Like I got over that because I got Hell the Living Dead. They just basically that it would. So it was like it was what it is. What it is. But they're doing another one now, and it's not about that. It's something else. It just came off as stupid actually. I'm not sure who I saw like tweet about it. Maybe I'm not sure if it was Brad from like from Vincent, or maybe Frank Syndrome, or maybe it was Ryan from Shockwaves, or maybe it was Brian from Just This. But the kind of look said like, "You're doing this now, Full Moon," and I'm like, I said, "What's Full Moon doing?" And I'm like spiraling down into a complete mess. Shepperton City. Oh, nice. See, I should know that, but I didn't. Severance sale is going to be in June. So the Vinegar Syndrome sale is in May. It has been confirmed that the Severance sale is coming in June. So they'll be doing their sale in June. So save up a little bit of money for the Severance sale as well. If what Severance normally does is with their sales is that it'll be anything that's 6 months old and after. It will be the 50% off stuff. With Vinegar Syndrome, it's going to be like 3 months. You just go 3 months back, and those will be 50% off. So that's the. And again, it's going to be off the suggested manufacturer suggested retail price is what it's going to be off of, not the sale prices that you see online. So if you see like a Severn or Vinegar Syndrome, and say it's on for $24.99, but the regular price is like either $28 or $35, then understand it's going to be off the $35 price and not the reduced $25 price. So always like, kind of look into that as well. I'll go over here in a second. We'll go look at some of the releases there that are out there. This like Severn and Vinegar Syndrome always put stuff on that's limited edition. Was one of the early Severn box sets, the limited edition ones, the Amicus one. If you like the shot on video stuff, especially, and you really haven't picked any up, I find the Severn sale is really good for getting Intervision titles, and that had been my plan. So unless I win the lotto before June, it's probably not going to happen. But my original plan was to, if I was going to do anything for the Severn sale, I was going to focus basically on the Intervision titles. I already got them pre-ordered and all set. My Umberto Lenzi Baker set is locked in. If you guys are Jello fans at all, yes, the Umberto Lenzi, the Umberto Lenzi Carol Baker set is incredible. Yeah, the Amicus set's out of print. They did a neat thing too. they initially had a bundle with this, and one of their best bundles or early bundles. It had this, yeah, this on a T-shirt, and there's an Amicus book as well that came with it. I think Diabolique magazine actually put it, so if it's a Cat Ellinger done book, you know it's gonna be good. But that's just trying to remember back. I do have the Gamma set pre-ordered. Honestly, right now there's a few things up in the air, and if it'll depend on financial things. Like I pre-ordered, like the other stuff that I pre-ordered was stuff that I paid for already. So that's so that that's the thing there. But anything that's not paid for at this point, it'll depend. Week to week right now, we're not quite sure. But whether I'll be able to get it at the time or not. No, the Gamma set, it looks so sexy. And let's give that a talk about actually. If I win the lotto, I'll get that. That's it. Or all of a sudden I get like a massive. I'm gonna try and move around here. I apologize if I'm going a bit slow, but I'm not feeling my legs. Not just kind of feeling it. I'm trying to find a way to put this right up here. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. All right, so I went for a second. I do apologize. It wasn't your guys. It was on my side. I had some issues there. I was moving this around so I could like situate it, and hopefully I got situated well enough. I want it to be in reach for Vinegar Syndrome, Shameless, and Severin. And again, so if this goes one more time, I'm going to end the video for the night. Just to let you guys know ahead of time. Hoping it doesn't. You guys rock, either way. But while I'm over here, okay. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm having some issues with my stream right now, and it's not on your side. At this point, it's just losing connection. There we go. And as you see, I'm losing people by the minute. And that's a shame because it's kind of fun right now. And I was really enjoying this stream, by the way, too. I had planned to make this one of my bigger, longer ones. I wanted to go around the movie library. I wanted to look at some different stuff and show you guys, to talk about the different sales that are coming up, and do some interesting, hopefully do some interesting stuff. Look at some different releases that are there. I purposely made my video down here for that specific reason. Can you? Please do hit the like button, share the video. Brian always shares my videos, and I really appreciate that. If any of you guys use Twitter, please share my video on Twitter. And if you see me talking about a company like Vinegar Syndrome or Severin or something like that, feel free to tag them to let them know that I exist, because that's highly appreciated, especially at a time when unfortunately very few still know that I actually know that I'm around. I'm going to try and keep on going. Now, if it goes disconnected again, I'm going to stay away from that area. But I think it's where I may have hit a dead zone. The stream thing goes up, but I may have hit a dead zone as well. But there are like a few sales going out there that I wanted to talk about, and some Severin stuff that I wanted to, and Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I was going to say are ones to definitely pick up. That's fine. I love the fact that you actually take the time out to do that. That's amazing. Because I always got and I think more people have definitely seen my video, Brian. Like honestly, because you did that, and I'm highly appreciative of that. That touches me. Disney treasures, right? I got them all, man. From Dr. Sin to the goofy ones to Oh no, it's on your end. I wish it was on your end. No, I don't wish it was on your end. But no, it's here on my end. Thanks, Amy. Actually, I really appreciate that. My Twitter stuff can be just ignore some of my Twitter stuff and just look at the movie stuff. But I do. I was going to initially like make a Twitter just. Do I know if Delamore's reach? I don't actually. That's one that I don't know. If, I don't have that one. Um, that's the. Damn. I wish I did. Now, box set wise, they do have the Bronx. You've seen the Bronx Warrior box set, right, guys? That is a good looking box set. Yeah, like and right now, like the since I came over here, you'll notice that knock on wood, it hasn't like dropped. But when I was over there, I moved it over there to close to the Vinegar Syndrome Severance stuff, and it just dropped. Like it dropped it 3 times in the space of like less than a minute. And I'm sure you guys noticed because it would have looked like, oh no, it's buffering, but it wasn't. It was totally on my side, and that's it. You can see like some of my animation collection in the background. You can definitely see my Sid Haig there. But I think Brian asked earlier on, am I near my router? So my router's on the second floor, but it has pretty good strength on it. I gotta say. Enjoy your evening there, Indy. I did. If you came later, but I did earlier on. If you want to go back and watch later, a limited edition count for the all the limited editions for Vinegar Syndrome. I listed out the which ones were under 500, and I put the number there, and even gave what some of my favorites were. So that's on earlier. If you want to check that out later. But enjoy Night Patrol. It's a really good movie, and Michael Keaton's still the best Batman. Still the best Batman. And things go quiet again. It seems like we got more people, but it got quieter. So I'm guessing you guys are ready to all go out and get ready to do your cool stuff. Any final questions before I go? That's what. Christian Bale is so not good as Batman. Like not like in all seriousness, like, Christian Nolan films, not dissing the Christian Nolan films, but I'm definitely dissing Christian Bale's Batman. He is horrible. As specifically in the Batman role. I don't know. It's going to depend. I mean, like it's hard to get like to keep the release dates right now. It's a day to day thing. Just trying to see which movies are just going to go straight to video at this point, or straight to VOD at this point, or things that are going to come out in theaters, and what theaters are going to like. The retaliation will be between Universal and that's and some of the theaters have gone against Universal talking about because they want to put some movies on in theater and on VOD at the same time. So some theater chains have decided that they are gonna that they're just not gonna show Universal stuff. That's a loss on both sides for that being done. To be honest with you, and I think it's short-sighted for theaters because right now is not the time to be playing hardball and time to get iron fisted. I can't do my King Kong tin because that's over there, and I can't get over there because I know what's going to happen. It's gonna disconnect again. And I'm seeing like a correlation between like the way theaters are going right now with some of the movie companies and what happened with the record companies back in the day. Oh, loved it. I don't think remakes are bad actually. Um, Question: what would you say is the best remake of all time? I want people's thoughts. Like not the like what's your favorite remake? And do you think, and this is another question, I'm going to be bluntly honest. Do you think that there's any remakes out there that are better, like 100%, like better than the original? And if so, like name it. And if not, then But The Thing and The Fly actually are good films. Fist of Legend is a remake of Fist of Fury. That's again awesome. I like Fist of Fury though. Still, I like them both. Um, but do you know any film that is literally like seriously, like Carlito's Way goes with Scarface? I actually do like the original Scarface. I like Paul Muni, but I can see though that's been 100% improved on. You also said The Blob. Um, but I'll enjoy the box set. I need to get that box. That's a cool one. The John Ford set. Ben-Hur, yeah. I'm not sure if I would say it's a great one, but Ben-Hur is definitely a popular one. But I would say that anytime, so if you ever, this is a fun little bit of thing to do sometime. If you ever, you're talking to some people and they're going on about like how like remakes are always horrible and that there's no remake, can ever touch the original or the original is always going to be like is always going to be a classic. And you'll say the thing, but the original thing is really good too. Or they'll say The Fly, yes, but the original Fly is good, and yes, they did, but none of those movies would even exist or be good at all if we didn't have those originals that were so awesome. Uh, so this is what you tell them. It's 3 words, and it'll it'll win you the pro remake argument because there's literally no comeback to this one. Come back for this one. Is there a remake that has 110% improved on the original and become a classic? And so much so that that the other ones are just footnotes. Right here. The Maltese Falcon. The Maltese Falcon is a remake. There are 2 other versions of the Maltese Falcon. This would be the 3rd version of the film. The original version of the Maltese Falcon starred Ricardo Cortez. There was also Satan Met a Lady, which had Betty Davis in it. All 3 versions, by the way, are on this one here. The other 2 versions of the film, well, the original one is actually called The Maltese Falcon, is that Ricardo Cortez and B.B. Daniels. And I can honestly say, Satan Met a Lady with Betty Davis. And I love Betty Davis, but this is not a great film. But The Maltese Falcon is an amazing film. But here you go. The 3rd try was the charm. The 3rd try, not the original film, but the second remake, the 3rd version of the film, and it's the classic. It's the one people remember. If you say The Maltese Falcon, no one is going to say, that's that classic B.B. Daniels film. No, they're going to say they're going to mention Humphrey Bogart. They might even do like a little bit of like some of the Sidney Greenstreet stuff, But there you go. Anytime somebody says, there's there's never been a remake. And you know the Scream 2 argument. That's as good as the original. Yes, The Maltese Falcon. It's 110 times better than both of the original films. It's interesting to watch the original films. It's kind of a curio. Ricardo Cortez is horrible in the role. Not a bad actor. It's just he's not good in this role. He's really not And here's like a picture from both of the films. There's a 1931 one right there. And there's Satan Met a Lady right there. Favorite remix, Cape Fear. I saw Cape Fear in the theater actually the day that it came out. I actually liked that one. But there you go. I wanted to give you guys an argument winner. And you got it. That's an argument winner. Modern remakes. Well, I talked about the Black Christmas one the other day, so I won't have to get into that one again. But there are some good modern remakes too. It's a weird film. I'd have to go back. It's they they messed it up. Like it's not the same. Really, honestly, watch it only if you're really curious. Because it's not very good. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. It's not a very good film. There's way better. There's much better Betty Davis films to watch. Angels in the Outfield. Yeah, a lot of people forget that's a remake. Alan. That's actually a good one. I'm not. It's a cute film, and like it's definitely like placed for like a younger audience and stuff. It's kind of cool. The original Black Christmas, the 1974 one. I love that one. That's my favorite film. Now I'm getting quiet again. So there we go. I guess this is it. You guys have gotten quiet, and I know what that means. That means you guys are ready to shuffle off. So I'm Aaron. This is once again Outland's a remake of High Noon. Not great. I actually like Outland, but it's definitely not as good as High Noon. High Noon's a classic. This is my movie library, and I am back here in the movie library again, guys. And it's so good to be back amongst the films. You are the cult of cinema. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. And you're definitely right. It is time for tea. Have a great evening. Weekend's coming up, guys. We'll make some videos, enjoy ourselves, and just chill and relax. I'll talk to you guys soon.